Hey, so in this video I'll be doing a top 10, and it's for top 10 favorite Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episodes for Season 1. And I know it's going to be different from other people, because other people have other opinions. So comment down below your favorite episodes, like if it's top 10, top 5, top 3, top 1, like top whatever you want. Comment down below what are your favorite episodes of Season 1 that was aired. So, and you should be leaving right now if you haven't seen any of the episodes that I might be mentioning, because I will be spoiling them, because I want to tell you exactly why I like it. So leave now. Okay? Okay. So number 10 is actually I.Spy. And the reason is because we got introduced to the concept of someone getting controlled by this little eye thing and what the little thing can do. And people thought it was just going to go nowhere. But no, it did. And later on we found out it went somewhere. But it was cool that the little thing that was in its eye was controlling this person to do little things. So it was cool. The number 9 is actually the pilot. The reason is because it introduced a lot of new characters, a lot of new, 2 new organizations to deal with from that weren't in the comic books. It was nice that they actually were able to figure out ways to introduce new characters that weren't in the comic books at all. So number 8 is actually nothing personal, and it has Maria Hill in it. It has the government, and they're all the S.H.I.E.L.D. is on the run from them, and they're hiding out, and Skye figured out a way to tell the team that Ward was evil. It was a cool episode and all of that. But my favorite part of that episode was probably when Lola had to be rocketed out of the bus, and Skye and Coulson were on it, and the car flips around. Skye flies out of it. It was a cool scene, even though a lot of people said it looks fake, and it is, because I know how it is, but it looks cool to me. I don't care if it's fake. It looks cool, because I'm positive no way they would ever do that in real life. So, but yeah, that was my favorite part. Number 7 is actually the bridge, because it was the middle of the season, and they left us off with a cliffhanger of Coulson being taken away, and Mike Peterson just blows up, and they leave us with that, and everybody's just in a weird a disaster state. They can't believe what just happened, and they don't know what to do, pretty much. And it was shocking when I first watched it. Now I know what actually happened, and so yeah. Number 6 is actually the magical place, the one right after the bridge. So we find out where Coulson is and why they took him, and they put him under this machine thing that brings out his real memories, and we find out what actually happened to Coulson, where his memory was wiped clean and put in the fake memory of Teehee. So it was cool to see all that kind of stuff, and Skye was being May-ish, pretending to be May. The episode was cool. Number 5 is actually F.Z.Z.T. And don't know if that stands for anything, because I don't remember anything. I don't remember it being referenced or being said or anything like that, so I don't know why it's called ZZT. But the reason it's up here is because it's connected to the Avengers with a Chitauri like helmet, and it explores more of that, like that alien-ish. I don't know if it's in the comic books either, because I don't read it. But it's dealing with like a virus and how people get the virus by electric static and all this. And I like the aspect of one of the team members actually getting the virus, and that's the only person that's able to save their life. Like, they have to somehow figure out how to save their own life, and then it goes off from there. So it's cool. Number 4 is actually tracks, and this is because they're on what's it called, undercover mission to find out where this box is heading and all this on a train. And I like that they show different point of views of the characters, because they were all separated in different places. So, and then it had to be cut into separate pieces. So they showed Coulson and Ward first, then they showed May, then they showed the rest of the team, like Simmons, Skye, and Fitz. And it would jump back whenever they would finish one character. They would jump back and show where they were at that time and where they are now. And then after that, they'd leave. When all that was done, they actually put it right in present day or present time, and it leads off from there, and they introduce. We find out what that box was, and it was a leg, like a robotic leg that was put onto Mike Peterson that actually is alive. And we find out who he is, and he's actually from the comic books, and his name is Deathlock. So it was cool to actually be introduced to a superhero villainish. So yeah, it was a fun episode. Number 3 is Teehee, and that takes place directly after Tracks, and it's in another dire situation where someone's actually going to die. So, but Coulson has to dig in his files and ask for help, ask Simmons and Fitz to help out, find out how he's alive and what they did to him and all this. Help a person in need. And the person in need is Skye, because she got shot in the last episode. So they try to find out where he was operated on, and we find out later that he was they gave him a drug that was GH325, and we find out later that it's actually an alien that was giving this drug to him. We don't know if the alien wanted him to, or they just saw that he was dead and decided why not. I don't know how that's gonna play out, because they didn't explain it yet. We just know there's an alien in a long tube with water. He's just floating it. We don't know how he died or who he is, but it's cool to see that Coulson has alien blood in him, and what's called Skye has alien blood in him, in her, and that we find out that they both reacted different ways. We found out Skye was just able to deal with it. was okay, but apparently Coulson didn't react really well. So that's pretty cool. And strange, kinda, because we find out later on what we don't find out later. We find out earlier on, actually earlier on, I think. No, later on. Oh yeah, it's later on that she has some kind of reason for not reacting that the same way as Coulson. So number 2 is actually beginning of the end, and that's the finale, and like a lot of stuff goes down. Like all the anger May had, she put out on Ward, and for good reason though. But it was that was a fun fight, and the way that they introduced it was like having Skye so sassy talking to Ward, and then May just pops out of nowhere and just punches him, and then the whole brawl starts. And before that, Skye is so sassy and saying that I have a bomb and all this kind of stuff. It was cool. With Fitz and Simmons, they had like a little touchy-feely moment. Like confessing his feelings. It was sweet, and they left off a little cliffhanger there, which I was not happy about. Let's see here, and also we get to see Nick Fury again. It was so fun. It was so fun to see him again. Like we had seen him before on the show, but only for like a few seconds or a minute or two in like the second episode, but he was there for like a full episode almost. It was nice to see him after Captain America 2, and yeah, it was nice. He had good chemistry with the rest of the team, because he never actually had worked with the team before except Coulson, and they worked really well together. It was nice to see him. Number 1, I don't know if this will be surprising to anyone else, but number 1 is actually Turn, and that was the Captain America tie-in where Hydra takes over, and the agents are actually trying to figure out who's Hydra and who's not, and we find out who is and who's not. But it goes but in this one it's like turn, where like they made it seem like so many people were evil. Like they made it seem like May was evil, Han was evil, Trip was evil, Simmons was evil, even Coulson was evil at one point. And we find out who was the clairvoyant the whole time and why, and that was John Garrett. And we found out who's also evil, or Hydra, is Ward this whole time, and it was really shocking. Like a lot of people did not see that coming at all. Now if you look back at it, they did have a plan from day one that he was going to be evil, but no one saw that coming at all, and that's really good that they shocked a lot of people with him turning evil, and it was just fun episode. So that's my favorite episode. Comment down below what your favorite episode of season 1 is and why.